Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to talk about web colors, and I'm going to show you a couple of resources that are helpful to make it easier for you to find web color names and codes. What you're looking at on the screen is the color gamut for RGB colors. This spectrum of colors covers more than 16.7 million colors. All these colors are available for you to use in your HTML and CSS pages. Obviously it's impossible to memorize all these names and all these codes, so let's go and take a look at a couple of web pages that can help us with that. First and foremost, let's take a look at the names. There are 16 web color names that are available that are supported by every single browser out there. These are the most basic colors and the names are listed here. You can simply go to web colors in Wikipedia and find this link. So for instance, if you wanted to use the color red, maroon or yellow, you can just type these in your CSS coding. I'm going to show you that in a couple of minutes. But obviously these are very limited. But if you scroll down, we have more colors listed here. I believe there are 147 put together. So there you go. You have olive, you have light pink, pink, hot pink, and so forth. So it just goes on and on. Let's take a look at this and experiment with some of these. For instance, I'm just going to scroll down and perhaps I can just choose salmon. Why not? Let's just experiment with salmon. I do have a very simple web page here that I'm going to use to experiment with colors. I have two headings and two paragraphs, and we're going to use internal CSS styling. So I'm going to go between the style tags and I'm going to type H2. That's the heading that we have, and then color, I'm just going to go salmon. Save and refresh, and there you go. We changed the color name. You can experiment with all of these whatever you want, but be careful, they have to be exactly the same. So if there's any capital or there's well, first and foremost there's no spacing, so be careful with that, and there's some capitalization as well that you need to respect. I'm just going to change that to something else. Let's take a look. For instance, let's go for hot pink. It is just sitting right on the top, so I'm just going to change that to hot pink. Save and refresh. So there you have it. And that's obviously the simplest way of working with color. But don't forget, we can also do color coding. There are two types of codes that you can use. There's hexadecimal and RGB. The easiest way to figure this code is to go to HTML color picker. You can just Google that, and Google actually has its own color picker. It's very easy to use. There's a spectrum slider here which you need to modify first. So I'm just going to slide this from right to left so you can see all these colors that are available. And let's say, for instance, I want to go for some sort of a green color. So I'm just going to leave it here. And now I'm going to switch back to this color, to this a picker, and then move it around until I find a color I like. Let's say I like this green. Now I have two colors, or two codes rather. I have the hexadecimal. I'm going to copy that one. And instead of hot pink, I'm just going to put that in. Be careful to include the hash or pound sign as well. Okay, let's save and refresh. So there you go. Let's experiment with RGB as well. So now I want to move this slider here, and let's say I'm happy with this kind of mustardy color, and I'm gonna highlight RGB code down below here and then go to our web page and replace that hexadecimal with this code. So save it, come back here, refresh, and that has changed now. So there you have it. These are your web colors. You can use the web color names, or you can use the HTML or RGB color codes. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.